So you can preserve the harmony of your home. There are a number of keys to achieve a good coexistence between the baby and the dog. 1. Associate the child with good times. Especially in the case of new parents, may that the arrival of your child suppose an excessive attention to the child, leaving aside your dog unintentionally. Therefore, it is convenient that your pet learn to associate the presence of the baby with the arrival of good things for him. Although sometimes it costs you, try to resist the temptation to treat the dog only when the child sleeps or is not. It is best that the dog understands that when the child is awake and active, it is also taken into account and given positive things such as caresses, games, walks, food or anything else you know you like. 2. Get used to the new sounds. Although it has been a few months since the arrival of the baby and you have tried to prepare the dog to live with the child, you may continue to be surprised or frightened by the sounds of the baby. In addition, you can also make your pet more and more nervous when he hears him cry. At that time, try to throw the dog a piece of tasty food. This way the dog will learn to expect good things when he hears a cry. 3. Prepare it for any manipulation. The first months of the baby are pure exploration. They touch everything but still do not know how to regulate their strength and their movements are somewhat disordered. It is obvious that sooner or later, their attentions will end up directed towards the dog of the house, and the child may end up grabbing and stretching the hair, ears, tail or any other part that is within reach. It is therefore necessary to prepare your pet for this situation and thus avoid risks before the child learns to crawl. What is involved is to accustom the dog to receive different types of manipulations in a progressive way. The most important thing here is that you first do the manipulation and then the dog receives his prize. It is essential that you practice this exercise on a daily basis, so that when the day comes when the child pulls an ear or grabs you with a lock of hair, it is likely that your dog expects a prize. So give him his reward, because he deserves it. 4. Teach you when you should get away. Most likely, as the months of the baby's life pass, you will realize that sometimes it is useful for the dog to know how to get away from a situation when you tell him, her. For example, when you need more space or when the child starts crawling on the floor. To do it correctly, you have to follow the following steps. Choose a word, for example outside. He raises his head and immediately throws a prize on the ground away from where the dog is. It is key that the dog visualize the prize, and it is an exercise that requires several repetitions before moving on to the next step. Say the chosen word again and extend your arm as if you were throwing a prize. But you only have to throw it when the dog starts to move in the direction indicated by your arm. You will see how each time you repeat the exercise your dog will respond until the moment when it will move away just hearing the word chosen. When this moment arrives you have to keep praising him for his correct behavior, although you do not need to give him a prize every time the dog walks away after saying the word. These are just some tips to generate a good coexistence between your baby and your pet. But in the next video we will continue giving you some more keys that will help you to successfully face this situation. For dog lovers who wanted to make a rewarding and meaningful difference in the lives of dogs, the secret ingredient to becoming a successful dog trainer is here. Click on the link below. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, and share the video. Thanks.